Frieza has proven time and again why he is the most recurring and tenacious Dragon Ball villain. He has not only proven himself to be an antagonizing and evil villain, but he has also established himself as a precious side character in the series. Not much is known about Frieza's family. He is the son of King Cold, who used to be the Emperor of Universe 7 before Frieza. King Cold is said to be as cruel as Frieza, if not more. Let's find out who exactly he is and if he is more powerful than his son Frieza. There have been many comparisons made about the power levels of the two Emperors of Universe 7. Frieza and King Cold both are anomalies in their clan. Apart from those two, no one in their entire race is that powerful. According to Naho Ushi, an illustrator for Dragon Ball, although both of them are powerful, Frieza's power is beyond comparison. According to many viewers as well, although King Cold is exceptionally strong, his power level is a little behind his son's. Frieza and his brother Cooler, both have been shown to transform. Frieza has two forms. Due to the transformations, Frieza's power increases drastically. King Cold, however, has never transformed. This entails that Frieza is more powerful than his father. Cold was probably the most feared and powerful being among the mortals of Universe 7 before the birth of his son, Frieza. But after all, how powerful was he? Did he have other transformations like his son? Could it be that King Cold was actually more powerful than he let on? Let's find out. A very big doubt that people have regarding Frieza's father, Cold, is what the true power of the Emperor of the Universe's progenitor is. It is known, even revealed in Daizenshuu 7, that King Cold was slightly inferior to his son, which was also confirmed during Dragon Ball Super, Broly. Daizenshuu 7 about Cold's power and stating in the featured part his inferiority to Frieza. But every time we've seen Cold, he's only been in one form, which is similar to Frieza's second form. Only 3 people of Cold's race appeared during the main series: Cold himself, Frieza and Frost. And both Frieza and Frost have shown to have similar transformations, which are the same as those shown by Frieza on Namekusei. Therefore, it would not be absurd to think that, in the same way that Frieza and Frost had such transformations, Cold would also have them. In other words, Cold would still have at least 2 transformations that he never used in the series. The problem is that during the meeting with Trunks, even though he saw Frieza being brutally defeated by the Saiyan, Cold did not transform. This can make us deduce that the king did not actually have other transformations like Frieza, that was his original form and, therefore, his maximum power. But, on the other hand, we see that Cold, upon seeing Frieza being defeated, thought that Trunks' power actually lay in his sword, and getting Trunks' sword, he tried to assassinate him with it, but failed miserably. This could be a clue that he did have other transformations, however, he didn't use them because he thought he could win the fight through subterfuge. Soon Cold died without being able to show his original form. Therefore, the question remains, did Cold have other transformations or not? If he used other transformations, would he be more powerful than Frieza? There are some logical deductions we can make to get to the answers to these questions. Frieza and Cold's death at the hands of Trunks was actually an alteration in the natural flow of time, which is obvious since Trunks came from the future. Originally it was Goku who defeated Frieza and Cold, and in this timeline there would be no reason for the king to use subterfuge, since Goku had no weapons and therefore he would have no other choice than to fight with his maximum power. Many could argue that Goku defeated both quickly, just like Trunks did, but this is not consistent with the protagonist's personality, who would extend the fight to have fun and discover the maximum potential of his enemies. In short, saying that Cold had power against Trunks by relying on subterfuge and the Saiyan sword is untenable. According to an interview carried out with Akira Toriyama in 2014, of what is called Frieza's race, King Cold was an absurdly strong mutant being, and Frieza, his son, was born under the same conditions, only considered even more prodigious. Frieza's capacity for evolution was such that, in just 4 months of training, he went from a level of power that would have seen him defeated by a Kaioshin with just one blow to someone capable of competing with Super Saiyan Blue, who is certainly thousands and thousands of times more powerful than a Kaioshin. Remembering that Frieza never trained because he didn't see the need, as he had never met someone as powerful as him. But Cold already knew about the existence of a being more powerful than him and that he feared greatly, Majin Buu. King Cold spoke about Buu to Frieza, and said that he should never provoke such a creature, just like the god of destruction. But if Cold feared Buu so much and had potential similar to Frieza's, he could have trained and increased his powers to face such a creature if necessary, and in fact would have surpassed Buu. After the Broly film, a film guide was released in 2019 reporting that from the moment of his birth, Frieza was already more powerful and cruel than his father, and was destined to lead his own army as an emperor. Therefore, it is clear that despite being father and son and both being considered mutants of their races, Frieza and Cold have very different characteristics, such as their power level and ability to evolve. In conclusion, whether transformations were never shown or not, the fact is that Cold was inferior to his son Frieza, who had a fighting power of 120 million.